Big story. New details about the Phoenix nurse accused of raping and impregnating one of his disabled patients.
Yeah, this story has sparked outrage in the community and grabbed international headlines. Now, a former co-worker is coming forward to 12 News with new details about Nathan Sutherland. The 36-year-old was arrested yesterday after investigators matched his DNA to the baby who was born at the facility just under a month ago. As we wait to hear Sutherland's plea in court, we learn more about who he was at work.
And Team 12's Jessica DeNova has more from a former co-worker. And Jessica, she says that Sutherland made a fool out of everyone.
That's right. Eleanora Riggers is absolutely shocked. She thought of Nathan Sutherland as an excellent caretaker.
I was absolutely devastated.
That's because Eleanora Riggers discovered her former co-worker,
He was somebody that I worked very closely with,
is accused of raping and impregnating a severely disabled woman.
Horrible.
Riggers says during her time working alongside Nathan Sutherland at Hacienda Healthcare, she trusted him professionally.
I felt very confident in him as a professional, confident in his abilities and mine, and we worked well as a team. If I had a problem, I had no problem going to him and knowing that he would address whatever patient concern I had.
Never suspecting the man she swapped stories with of home and their children would end up here.
Nathan Darcy Sutherland.
Phoenix police detectives say DNA shows Sutherland is the father of the disabled woman's newborn.
My thought process went from thinking he was this good Christian guy to thinking he's a sociopath and he had everybody fooled.
We heard Riggers there mention Sutherland's faith. He was part of a Christian rap group with his sister, both brought here to Arizona from Haiti by their pastor. Live in the Alert Center, Jessica DeNova, 12 News.
All right, Jessica, thank you.